Well, good morning, all empathic sensitive souls. How are we doing today? It is a Monday. I cannot believe it is towards the end of September. I don't know where August went, let alone the majority of September. My gosh, is this going fast? It just seems to be on a speeding up roller coaster, if that makes any sense. How has your weeks been going? We've talked about being stuck in your emotions. What is it? How does it feel? Why does it feel? And that's my alarm going off telling me I need to do my video. And I was before my alarm went off. That's amazing, especially for a Monday. Anyways, we've been talking about being stuck in your emotions. That persistent sadness, the lack of motivation, the overthinking, the physical tension. Last week was emotional numbness. This week, we're discussing irritability. It takes nothing to trigger me to be irritable. It's almost like my plate is full of spaghetti and meatballs, and I'm holding it with both hands, and somebody goes, "Hey, do you want another meatball?" Or, "Hey, do you want a glass of water?" Like, what am I supposed to do with that? Instant irritability. I'm too over, what's the word I'm looking for? There's just too much stuff. I've got too much. Just, can you give me a hand? Can I set my plate down? Can I set the plate down so I can grab the water? Let me go find my place to sit first. It's like people are trying to push my buttons purposely. And in all reality, they're not. It's just that's how I perceive it, and that's how my body reacts to it. And it's instant dragon. Just saying. And it's worse when there's little kids around because they need your full attention. And sometimes I don't have full to give. I've only got a partial. And it's not good enough, especially when trying to help kids. And then I get frustrated and down and mad, and it's a vicious cycle, isn't it? So how do we stop this irritability? For me, I try to stop, pause, breathe. If what's going to come out of my mouth in the moment going to be helpful, then I'll say it. If not, don't say it. Oh, and that is hard because I like to use my words. At work, I've learned not to say things because it's usually detrimental. So, unfortunately, I hold it in and then it comes out later. Usually ranting and raving as I'm driving home. I'm not surprised there's such a high rate of road rage nowadays because people are pushed to their limit, and when you're at work and you can't let it out, when you get to a free space where you can, it turns into rage while you're driving, which is not good either, right? So what do? Pausing and breathing, trying to calm down that instant response of fight or flight or freeze or fawn or whatever the F term may be. Hint, hint. Another way is to step away. Sometimes you need a little distance to cool off. Now, when I'm stuck at work, I can't really leave because if I leave the building, I don't want to come back. But I have to distance myself from the source of the irritant. Now, I find myself during moments like that, after I start to come down from that, I start yawning. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it drained my energy. But I'm trying to release the anxiety, release the stress, release the tension. And I can't do yoga poses. Well, I can't do yoga poses to start with, but to stretch and to release it out of my body, a lot of times I yawn. 'Cause, 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 It sounds weird, but any release helps. Reframe the moment. Try to see the situation in a humorous way. A lot of serious things that happen, I end up giggling and laughing. I am not the person you want to be next to during a serious moment, because don't look at me, I will laugh. Why? It relieves the tension, it relieves the stress. Of course, then we got the good old, you have to move, you have to exercise. That gets everything moving, releases the tension, helps you process. And then, of course, practice gratitude. Focus on something you are grateful for to shift that energy. And oh gosh, I know it's hard, because when you're stuck in it and you're knee deep in it, you're just focused on taking the next step because your boots are going to fill up, right? Again, you go back to breathing. Sometimes you do the crying breath, and that helps to calm and regulate your nervous system too. Strange, isn't it? But all these little things work. And I know it is so difficult when you're right in the midst of it to think of anything like this, because that irritability takes over, and watch out, get out of my way. My nieces and nephews have learned the wrath of Aunt Denise. Do not do something that's going to make the ugly come out in me. And they know lying, cheating, stealing, There's certain things, there's certain lines we do not cross. And I hope that I put the fear into them of my disappointment if they would do said things, so then they don't do said things. And that's not a bad thing, is it? Maybe the fear of me is not such a good thing, but they know that disappointment, and I hope that it stops them from doing the things that they really shouldn't be doing, right? That's my hope at any rate. So feeling on edge, becoming irritated, easily frustrated, a lot of it nowadays especially is because we are stretched so thin. There are so many things coming at us. I can remember when the workplace used to be fun. We used to all get together once a month and have a potluck. Of course, we can't do that now post-virus, but we used to come together as a group, and we used to laugh and tell jokes and have a good time. There used to be laughter in the office. Now it's so serious you could cut it with a knife. It is just, the stress and the drama is just over the top. And I don't think my workplace is the only workplace like that, because a lot of people I talk to express the same thing. A lot of the ladies during their lunch hour will go work out. We have a small gym, and they'll go work out and run on the treadmill or go for a walk around the building, and that's great. But I have a very hard time wanting to come back. I struggle with it. When I leave work, when I walk out that door, I don't want to come back in. And to come back in is traumatic enough in itself. So I have to find my exercise before or after work. I'm not an early riser, so we know we're going after work. But moving the body, shifting the energy, focusing your mind on looking at it from a different perspective, trying to find the humor in it. Sometimes it's not easy. Trying to find humor in anything, something to help bring that irritability down. I hope these tips help. I hope you have a fantastic Monday. The week is going to go awesome. It is my last week where my coworker is on vacation, so I'm rather enjoying this. Last week was awesome. Did I have a few snafus? Well, yeah, but it wasn't anything that we could work out and handle and get it all kosher cool. This week is going to be the same. It's going to be a smooth week. I'm saying no drama at work this week. I hope your week goes smooth. Have a fantastic day. Have a great week. Remember to pause, breathe, get moving, even a little, even if you dance in your chair. I usually rock back and forth in my chair as I'm listening to music, and people think I'm crazy, but I have to move my body sometimes, and that's how I do it. Stretch it out. I stretch my jaw, I yawn, I release the energy. Reframe the moment. Think of a different way to look at it. Practice gratitude. I'm grateful I have a job. Am I happy? Not necessarily. There are moments, but I am grateful I have a job. This job allows me to live in the house, drive my car, eat my food. I have to be grateful. Put some thoughts in there. Look yourself in the mirror. I love you, right? Start the morning off. It's a great day to have a great day. It's a good day to have a good day. Why not? Be the light in the dark for everyone else. Have a great week, everyone. I'll check in on Wednesday. Bye for now.